Okay, everybody, welcome back to Johnny's Motorized Bicycle. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Like always, if you get a chance, if you could please drop a like on the comment on the video. If you could drop a dislike if you don't like it. If you do drop a dislike, definitely write something in the comments, because let me know what you don't like about it, just so I know what's got to be fixed and all. Or, you know, what everyone doesn't like. Not that I'll fix it or change it, probably, but, you know, it's fun hoping. But most of all, above everything, drop me a comment, because I enjoy talking to you guys and seeing what's going on, and just chit-chat. You know, that's the best part for me. Also, we have a Facebook group called Johnny's Motorized Bicycles, just like the YouTube channel. If you could do me a favor and come over there and join, I'd really appreciate it, because it lets us talk to you on a much easier platform, with chit-chatting back and forth. Also, you can post your builds, post your questions. Other people are in there, and you know, everyone can talk together and chit-chat and figure out, you know, what everybody's doing and how they're going about it. So today we are gonna go over Heather's bike. She fell the other day. She wasn't going fast. I think she was just coming out of Walmart and tipped over. I'm just gonna go over her bike with you know, basic what for. On her bike, she fell on this side. Now, I replaced it already. This brake lever, this is the rear brake on her bike also. This had broken about right here, so I put a new one on. This one is, I believe this one's actually from Tara Reid. I got a bunch of extra parts just in my, you know, pocket of nonsense that I always have around, and so I put a new brake on just so that she could use the bike again. But I did notice that this is really loose, and then I checked here, because I didn't really actually look at the bike after she fell, because she was still using it and whatnot. But this is bent and this is open, so I'm just going to pinch it down, tighten all that back up again, and I should be good there. I think everything else is pretty good. If you just look at everything, I believe it is all good from what I can tell. Everything seems okay, but we're just going to go through it all and make sure. The first thing that we're going to do, I think, is start there, just to make sure the brake is good, and then we're going to work to the back, take the rim off. Honestly, I believe, now she rides not as much as me, but she rides a lot, like just about the same. So I'm going to take the wheel off, and I'm going to go into the hub again. Now, I have completely taken this apart and greased it before I put it on, but since I'm taking it off, I might as well, because I think there's a slight bit of wobble in it, so it might have loosened up or whatever. But I'm going to go through it, take it all apart, grease it up again, make sure it's good, and just take it from there. Let's get going on this bike, and I'll let you know how everything comes out, and when something interesting happens, I'll tune in again then. All right? Okay, now you saw on, well, for you guys it was the last video, but we redid her clutch. Basically, we had a bad bearing, and we just replaced the whole side. Now, I'm opening it up because the arm was, see where the arm is right now? Like, that's taut right there, just a little tension. That is where I want it. It was all the way about there before it engaged. So all I had to do was loosen the flower nut. I just got to make sure that when I go to pedal it really quick, that it does still engage well. That is that's not good. It's a bearing. Could have fell out of my bag yesterday or something, but I don't know. It's also barely moving, so I think it just bound up. Yeah. Okay, well, we can put the cover back on because we are adjusted A-OK. But we need to take this wheel off and go from there. You can already see the gap. axle is 100% broken. Not good. I'll be back. Okay guys, so it's definitely a broken axle. So I got my gear puller thingy, a gear puller 9000, a crescent wrench that is smaller than I'd like, but also, if you remember me talking about, see the way the crescent wrench, well, this is really an adjustable. Crescent is a brand name. See the shape? If I was to do it this way, all that force is now put on these 4 little gears. You see that, but I hope so. By pushing with the wrench like this. Also, if you notice, the shape, uncomfortable, because now there's a poke hole. It's actually designed so it's smoother and more comfortable. So this is the way. So yes, there's still force on this, but it's not the initial force as if you were pushing down on it. It's just a spacer that holds it now. Like this, most of the force is generated through here. Got him. Take my freewheel off. Can you see that? See how this one's sticking out? I'm gonna assume that this bolt is stripped. See, this is the stuff you guys gotta look at. Look, there's actually a gap. I can get my nail into it. So I'm gonna assume that's no good. But whenever you guys are, you know, doing these bikes, you have to look at all that kind of stuff. It's super important to do maintenance like that. Now, I'm a big fan of these old steel wheels because they're just stronger. So I would really like to keep this. Okay, dokie guys. So this is the wheel that I found. I'm gonna take it completely apart and grease it all up. The axle, I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. It's got a slight bend to it. Yeah, that could definitely be why it's binding. Not a big deal. We will straighten that out. My little gear puller doesn't fit. Please smack it in there, then it fits real good. So I fixed it. More leverage. Let's try to channel lock this there a little longer. I need help from the spinning. Just hold it from rotate. Ready?
Ow! I'm gonna keep it from spinning.
We'll wrap the towel around or something. She's coming. Alright, go! Got it! On there tight. Tight like a toiter. I mean, I could put the other axle in that rim. Because that is a very good old school steel. It's kind of what I would like to do. Let's see how it looks here. And it should be just fine. The axle itself is longer, so it would be more than adequate. Then I wouldn't have to change the sprocket or the spacing for the brake pads. Not that that's really a big deal, but this rim is quite a bit heavier. That's because it's steel, which is really important to the bore because it's really good, especially on the rear wheel, to have a nice steel wheel. It's much safer and stronger. I've gone through way fewer steel wheels than I have the aluminum ones. Yeah, I think we're probably going to stick with this wheel. Okay guys, I took the freewheel off, and after a closer examination, we got 1, we got 2, and we got 3. I saw that the heads were missing, so that's just on that side. This one is mighty loose, which makes me think it might be busted underneath also. This one's really loose. Okay, so we're gonna have to take the sprocket off regardless, and see what all of them look like. I should have other spokes in my bag. I'm just gonna take them out and relace it. Okay guys, so I took the sprocket off. This is the sprocket side, and this one was not broken until a couple seconds ago. So basically there is, you know, when you put the sprocket on, it definitely tightens these up a little bit, but like down here there was a couple that were super loose. See how loose that one is? So this was same, this was one of them. So I was trying to tighten it, but it just would not turn. So I held it with a vice grip and kept kept trying to turn it, and boom, no bueno. So not a big deal. I'm gonna go through all the ones that are loose and break them all if I need to, and whatever's left is left, and then I'll just replace it. I got a bunch of spokes, so whatever's left, you know, is good, and I'll just put new nipples and spokes in, and we should be good to go, and then I'll re-true the rim. Okay guys, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 new spokes and nipples. These are actually most of them, at least. All the ones I used on this. The pile has a couple from other ones, but these are all actually from Tara Reed. So I put new spokes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there you go. So I gotta put the axle in here, and then we gotta true it. But you know, we're good again as far as spokes. You know, they're in and ready to go. It all fit really nice. You could see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 on this side and 3 on the other side. We are gonna put the axle in the rim now and put everything back together and start from there, I guess, and we'll true it up and see how it goes. Okay guys, I got the axle in so we can start truing it, and this is what we're working with. Actually not that bad. Let's start doing it, all right? We'll see how it comes back when we're done. All right guys, so I put it on the bike because I obviously don't have a stand to put it on and true it, you know what I mean? So, man, look at that pulley. That pulley has seen better day. Now I got it loose so I can get the chain off easy since I had all my tools out. But it just literally wore away in that spot. I think I'm gonna replace this pulley. It's a shame because that thing's nice. Anyway, I put it in the bike. So what I do is when I'm working on it, I take whatever wrench I'm using, I mark it on the side. See the black marks? Those are like spots I'm noticing when it's spinning, and I just spin the wheel and I put it next to it, and I decide, you know, this had a bunch of waves because I replaced so many different spokes, and I wanted to see which way I wanted to pull it. So I wanted to pull the wheel this side to the right if the bike was up correct. So I tightened all the spokes in the orientation in which they had to go, and now I'm gonna spin her up. Pretty good. Yeah. Variation is so minimal, I'm not worrying about that. That's gonna look really good and ride really nice. So, in my eyes, we are good. Okay, so, ta-da! All right, it's all back together. I put a new idler pulley on the chain tensioner. The wheel is pretty true. You guys saw that in the clip earlier. All that's really left at this point is to fire it up and see how she does. So I fixed that bolt too in the drag joint. I had that one bad bolt strip. Okay guys, so I'm done. The wheel is on, brakes are snug, wheel is definitely true, the chain is tracking nice. I adjusted the clutch, it grabs good, it doesn't slip, idles. The new tensioner pulley is on, that is running good. I think all in all, did great. Did really good. All in all, did really, really good. Not bad. Pretty instant throttle response. Here's a flip it goes. She's light and it takes off no problem for her. Yeah, man, I'm stoked. I think it is great. So as always guys, if you could do me the greatest favor of all, hit the like button, subscribe if you could, I'd appreciate that. Big for me is you know, the likes and the subscriptions. That helps in the YouTube algorithm, so the video gets in front of more people, so they could also just like it. But for me, the big thing is dropping a comment. If you could just drop a comment, I appreciate that. Say what's up, say hi, tell me what you're building, what you're breaking, because as you know, that fits into my wheelhouse a little bit better. But also, so we can continue the conversation, I have a Facebook group that I started. Now, I'm not good with all the social media stuff. I forget to go on it, honestly, sometimes, to allow people, because the way it's set up, I gotta like approve people to do, you know, messages and crap. It's annoying, but I guess because of the way it's set up, that's the way it has to be. But if you could go over there and join the Facebook group, that'd be awesome, because then you could post pictures of everything you're doing with the bikes, everything you're breaking, any questions you have. Then there's other people. I think there's at least 2 other people in there. That's not me. Glenn, he's in there. Hey. Nah, but there's a couple people I talk to on Messenger and stuff all the time. But if you could go over there and join that and just talk and chit chat with everybody, that'd be awesome, just because it's enjoyable. That's the most fun for me. So with all that being said, thanks for watching as always, and I will talk to you the next time something breaks. Yeah. Peace.